Secretary, Public Service, Mr. Amos Kathesha, Principal Secretary, State Department for Public Service, Madam Veronica Nduva, Principal Secretary, State Department for Performance and Delivery Management, CEOs of sagas and heads of departments present, Ms. Anne Wangombe, PS State Department for Gender. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Hamjambo. Let me start by thanking His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, for entrusting me to oversee the former Ministry of Public Service, Gender and Affirmative Action for the last 1 year. My brother Moses Kuria, welcome to the State Department for Public Service. And I believe that public service plays a critical role in improving, in providing overall direction and leadership to the country by helping the government deliver on its mandate. The State Department for Public Service derives its mandate from the Executive Order Number 1 of 2023. The functions and institutions are as here under. And I'll just mention a few waziri because I will get time to interact with the executive order as well. So the functions, one is the public sector reforms and transformation, including operational standards and process engineering, overseeing the management of National Youth Service, internship and volunteer policy for public service, government payroll policy and standards, government shared support services, government human resource information system and services, research, development, and public service delivery innovations, public service career planning and development, and administration of insurance and welfare program for civil service, including comprehensive group life, last expense, work injury benefit, and group personal accident insurance cover, and counseling policy and services. Waziri, I personally want to thank the entire staff for work well done in the overall performance of the ministry during my tenure. Working together as a team, we have achieved a lot under my tenure, and notably, and a good one, Chair, Public Service Commission, transfer of internship of volunteering function from Public Service Commission back to the State Department of Public Service. That is why I was looking at you. As per the presidential directive of increasing numbers of the interns from 4,000 to 20,000, so the department has also developed a draft internship and volunteer policy and guidelines for the public service. I forwarded this policy. It is now at the Cabinet Office, and Waziri, you may want to follow up. We are also currently implementing phase 1 remuneration and benefits for the civil service in the national government for the 3rd remuneration review cycle 2021-2022 to 2024-2025 with effect from 1st July 2023. We have also developed a unified human resource information to ensure that public service human resource and payroll data is consolidated. We have established the Training Revolving Fund, which provides funds to officers who wish to sponsor themselves under personal development. The fund is administered by the Higher Education Loan Boards and has an accumulated capital base of 358 million shillings, and 874 civil servants have accessed the facility as at 30th June 2023. The Institute of Human Resource Management has conducted more than 20 capacity building programs for HR professionals since the beginning of the year. And the Human Resource Management Professional Examinations Board has accredited 50 training institutions to offer certificate in Human Resource Professional Program and has a total of 8,642 students registered to pursue satisfaction courses. Huduma Center now offer 133 services from ministries, departments, and agencies, and 36 counties, and serve 60,000 customers a day. The center has conducted 105 Huduma Mashinani outreaches and serve average of 3,000 customers seeking information and services. The Kenya School of Government has been able to train 15,273 public servants. The National Youth Service has a total of 31,975 servicemen and women, 22,977 male, and 8,998 females to undertake various national service programs as per the presidential directive. National Youth Service has propagated 35 million trees seedling under the Tree Growing and Restoration Campaign program. Out of the 10 million seedlings are ready for planting during the October-December short rains. It has also planted 226,997 trees in contribution to absorption of carbon emissions. Waziri, my brother, even as I transition to my new station, I strongly believe that you have all what it takes to carry through the remaining assignments while achieving the expectations of His Excellency the President, and more specifically, Waziri, the expectations of the public servants of the Republic of Kenya. My brother Waziri, again, rest assured, I live with you a team of dedicated, devoted, and competent officers led by PS Gathesha, with whom I am convinced that you will receive utmost support. So the report, we've been told that they are binding it, but that report has detailed the work that we have done and the achievements so far. So perhaps you may find time to interact with it, and in case of any further clarifications and or questions in the spirit of a whole government approach, I am a phone call away. I wish you nothing, my brother, but success. Asante sana, Mungu akubariki. Karibu to the State Department for Public Service.
Thank you, my sister, and I'm delighted to take over from you. On a personal level, we have come from very far from the trenches, and I am very sure that I'm going to learn from you a lot as I come to terms with this assignment. And thank you, PS Gavesha and PS Anwangombe, PS Veronica Duva, and the Public Service Commission for making my transition, flawless. I'm going to address most of the issues in the press conference downstairs. So let me take this opportunity first to thank you, Madam CS, for the wonderful performance that you have exhibited over the last 11 months. And government exists in perpetuity. There is no comma and there is no full stop in government. We continue to serve at the pleasure of the president and the pleasure of the people of Kenya. Let me also remind you that I am still responsible for your payroll. So when you say, so more reason you need to keep close to me, so that that payroll is secure and is in good hands. Good people. I am not here to disrupt, and I'm not here to do things radically different from the way they have been done. But of course, I am going to introduce my personal flavor into this job. I'm a very hands-on person, very practical person. I have got two sets of customers. The first set is the 900,000 public servants who serve under us, from the police to the military to the teachers to all the people working for government. And we owe those people nothing but the best of service. It is my intention within my term to ensure that I have a personal interaction with all the public servants in this country. Most of them are frank, far and wide, and they have never seen government. So I am a grounds person, and I intend to go all over the country talking to them about what our second set of customers expect from us. And our second set of customers are the 54 million Kenyans. For every public servant, there is 5.5 Kenyans, or 55 Kenyans actually. Each of us have got 55 people behind us. And we have a choice to ask ourselves as public servants. Are we a blessing or a pain to these 55 million? And I take something like, for example, our recurrent expenditure in this country is somewhere in the region of 52% of our tax collections. That 52% is consumed by the 900,000 at the expense of the 54 million. So that's a choice we have to make. Because we are a burden to the people of this country, how can we be a blessing? Are we adding value to this country? And in my opinion, we need to choose whether we are in public service or in public employment. Unfortunately, most of us are in public employment. And we have to transition from employment to service. Kenyans don't owe you a job. You owe Kenyan service. And I'm sending out a message to all public servants that you now have to transition from public employment to public service. Because instead of, if you're not adding value to these people of this country, it is better than not to have the 900,000 of us. Because if you don't have the 900,000 of us, there's nobody to spend 52% of the tax collection. It's better to create that space, vacuum, so that at least there's nobody to spend 52% of our, collection. I will be able to enumerate further on my vision for the public service, on my vision for performance, on my vision for delivery management in the press conference downstairs. But to the team that CS Aisha has bequeathed unto me, I want to tell you that I'm a team player. I'm going to work with you. I'm not a nyapara. I'm going to assist you, work with you, and you as you assist me to carry out my duties. To Chairman, Ambassador Mushiri, and the Public Service Commission. Some few months ago I came to the commission. I think you are not there, but the Vice Chair was there. And I was crying out about how can we work together between the mainstream government and the Public Service Commission to achieve objectives. And you remember we had a lengthy talk about that. I'm here to, as fate would have it, to implement that vision of working together that I was crying about. Now I have that opportunity to work with you. Yeah, I do not want to see Chinese wars. I know Public Service Commission is independent, is a constitutional body, but for me, it's a vital tool that I'm going to deploy to assist me to reform public service. And so therefore, I just have a humble request that to work independence here to Kando, yeah, to be work together, to deliver for the people of this country. Because when I say that 900,000 people are a problem and a burden to 55 million Kenyans, also you are a burden. So let us work together to convert ourselves from being a burden to being a blessing to the people of this country. And finally, to Madam Veronica and the team, let me mention here, CS Aisha has said that we are guided by Executive Order number 1 of 2023. And other than the public service, the President, as you saw in the communication, also assigned to me the responsibility for 2 things which I'm very passionate about performance and about delivery management. That is something that is very dear to me. All my 3 decades plus, even in the private sector, I was instrumental in matters of delivery, matters of performance, matters of process engineering, as the CS has said. If you go to my bio, I was among the first experts in business process reengineering in this country. And those are skills I want to bring to this job to ensure that I help the President and the government to actually have a public service and a government that delivers for our people. So this is very important. And I want to say that I have seen here wonderful officers from the State Department for Public Service, Mr. Tembul, the Huduma people, the lady from IHRM, and which is the other person, and my old friend Dr. Udeki Choya, and we are going to work together. Madam Veronica, I know I have not seen people here from Government Delivery Service. I have not seen here people from State Corporation Advisory Committee. I have not seen here people from Inspectorate of State Corporation. And I'm not seeing here people from performance contract or performances here. Let me tell those officers, don't try me. Thank you very much.